everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today's video we're going to be doing an update on some of my Miltoniopsis and how they're faring with the hot summer temperatures. So at the moment in my grow room we're averaging about 30 degrees Celsius during the day, which I'll put up on screen in Fahrenheit. And at the moment it is currently 27 degrees Celsius. We're filming in the evening, so it's cooled down a bit from the daytime. And as you know, Miltoniopsis are reportedly cooler growers, so a lot of the times they'll run into issues with hotter temperatures like these, and I believe that this is because of the effect that temperature has on the rate of water loss from the orchid, and Miltoniopsis aren't as adapted to withstand water loss because they're cloud forest growers. I made a video a few weeks ago looking at kind of the biology of Miltoniopsis and my beliefs on that and why that makes it difficult for them sometimes in the home in hotter environments. And I'm not going to focus on that so much today. I just wanted to do a quick update of how my Miltoniopsis are faring with this. So with these guys, I'm actually getting loads of new growths at the moment, despite the hot temperatures. And I attribute this to purely them having an adequate supply of moisture through these self-watering systems with the sphagnum moss heavy mixes. So they're never drying out. So in hot temperatures, if these guys dry out, you'll get a leaf crinkling on new growths. And there have been a few times where I've missed watering, where they're just sucking water so fast from the reservoir. And I've got a few leaf crinkles on some of these guys. Show you this one. So that's unfortunate, but as you can see, the rest of the growth is absolutely fine and the other growths are pushed out without this problem. And that's only happened on one or two Miltoniopsis or one Isla where I've just let the reservoir run dry. So that is a no in this sort of temperature. So I have learned from that mistake and I didn't realise quite how fast they were sucking water from the pots. So I've increased my watering at the moment to twice a week, even with the self-watering system. The reservoir is just getting sucked completely dry within a few days at the moment. So I'm just going to take you through each Miltoniopsis and look at some of the new growths that we've got. So on this Miltoniopsis, which is one of the ones that I actually acquired from Burnham Nurseries recently, which is an Eric Young Foundation hybrid. This one has two new growths, really nice new growths. You can see there's no crinkling on the leaves at all. They're all pushing out new roots. I think you can actually see any in the pot yet. But new growths come new roots, and the pseudobulbs remained really nice and plump. So yeah, I'm really happy with how that one's doing. Obviously, it's a fairly recent acquisition. I got it earlier in the year. So two new directions of growth from one pseudobulb there. It should be rapidly developing into quite a big plant if we've already got two new directions of growth there. So this one was, let's see if I can find the hybrid number, Noirmont. And I will see if I can identify a picture on screen. I didn't actually take individual pictures of them. I just kind of took pictures of the three hybrids that I got. So I'm not exactly sure, but I will try and find pictures at least of the collection of the ones I got from Burnham, and then I can show you guys. So that's that one. And the next one is, I can't really read that, More Mountain Jersey, AMRHS, so it's an awarded variety. So here we can see we've got two new growths there, another new growth there, and you can actually see another new growth starting kind of more in the middle there. See, just behind there, got another new growth. So yeah, that one's doing really well. Loads of new growths, loads of new roots. And then looking at this little guy. Got one new growth here. And then we've got another new growth, nice plump little growth starting there. Looking amazing. and one just starting in the middle there, you can see. This guy here, it's a nice new growth. There's just a little one starting there. And then obviously that bigger one there. So that one's got 4 new growths on it. And this is my Hair Alexandra. So this one's a bit more established in my collection. It's one of the older Miltoniopsis that I've got. So you can kind of see that from the bushiness of the plant and the number of new growths it's producing this year. So we've got 1 new growth here, and then another one here, which is quite a lot bigger. And then another one here, another one here. I think that's it. So 1, 2, 3, 4 new growths on that one. Yeah, I think that's it. I say that's it. That's quite a good amount of growths. And I kind of need to repot this guy because it's actually climbing out of the pot. It's doing really well. It's got roots actually going down into the reservoir. And they're kind of coming out the bottom of the pot and just sucking the reservoir dry really fast. So it's been a bit of a struggle so far with that one to keep it actually adequately hydrated, because you can see the size of the growth and the bushiness of the plant and the size of the root system that it's producing now. And see if we've got any more. We've got this little guy at the back here. Nice new growth starting there. And this one here as well. So on this one, you've got 1. This one, I didn't have such a great root system when I got it. Just got 1 new growth on that one, but it's a very strong new growth. Yeah, those are my Miltoniopsis and how they're doing in summer. Just to show you my kind of humidity levels at the moment. Looking at 27 degrees Celsius, 55% humidity. So I do have the fans running kind of all the time at the moment. I'm just going to change that to, so that is 80 Fahrenheit, 55% humidity. So yeah, to try and control that, I do have the fans running all the time at the moment, all during the day. And I occasionally switch the humidifier on, but humidity hasn't been so much of an issue because I've got so many plants in here and so many kind of trays of water as well where I've got my moss growing. The evaporation of that, obviously, that's triggered by the hot temperatures means that humidity is actually staying pretty good at the moment for the Miltoniopsis. Especially they don't seem to be having any issues at all with that. The only issues I'm getting is with temperature. Now I should point out this one, we've got a little bit of leaf yellowing and it's almost like a bit pink, but this is one of the ones I got from Burnham and it did have this pinkness on the leaves when I got it. And it hasn't changed at all, so I don't know what's going on, but as you can see, this is one of the ones that's producing kind of the most new growths. So it's obviously a very healthy plant. It's just got that, I don't know if it's, I think it's the pink variety. I have one that's a very pink variety with a black middle. So it could just be that it's that one. But yeah, as you can see, not only the Miltoniopsis, all of the oncidiums have just taken off, and I grow my Miltoniopsis and oncidiums in the same conditions just because out of necessity. But yeah, they don't mind this kind of temperatures at all. My Miltoniopsis are doing great as well. So if you've got any questions at all, leave me a comment down below. Obviously, I'll do my best to answer. I didn't want this to be too much of an in-depth care tutorial because I have already done another video on Miltoniopsis, so I just wanted to make this one an update of the new growths that I'm getting on these, even in the summertime, in hotter temperatures when they're supposed to not do so well. They do absolutely fine for me, as long as you can provide them with enough moisture and enough humidity to keep them going. They are absolutely fine in these sort of temperatures. Last year, when I had a few that weren't quite fully established, they did stall a little bit during the summer when we had very hot temperatures. But this year, when they kind of got established before the hot weather kicked in, they've just not even blinked at the hot weather. They've been absolutely fine. New growths popping out left, right and centre, new roots everywhere. So yeah, I'm really happy with how they're doing at the moment. And I will keep you updated on their progress. And hopefully when all of these new growths mature, we will get some flower spikes soon. My Nellie Islas have already started spiking. I've got 2 out of 3 of them have got spikes at the moment. Got, as you can see, quite a lot of spikes going on at the moment. And I need to do a What's in Bloom video for July, but I started it at a really odd time last month. So I did it like the 8th of June. So I'm kind of trying to push it back a little bit each month so I actually get to doing What's in Bloom at the end of each month rather than just kind of randomly. And so I'll do more kind of in-depth videos on what's flowering at the moment later on in the month. I'm sorry about the kind of delay in this video. I've had quite an intense week at work, so I've kind of not had so much energy when I've got home to do stuff with the orchids, but as you can see, they're not really suffering from that. As long as I keep up with the watering, they're absolutely fine. So I've kind of got it into a system where if I can't look at them every day, they're fine with that. They don't really need me every day. I like to come in every day and stare at them for a little bit, but if I've not got the energy to do repottings and things and checking all of them individually every day, they don't suffer from that, from the occasional me not coming into them. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, then give it a like or subscribe to my channel for more regular orchid updates, and I will see you guys later. Bye!